Hey. Hey, welcome everybody. It's October 24th, New Comic Wednesday. I'm Tony Varela, you're watching Comic TV. This is Yogi Yokes. Thanks for joining us. And if you stay till the end, you'll get to see Yogi's pick of the week. Oh, suck it to me. All right, had some great new comics today. Some comics that I wasn't able to get that I was really hunting for. In fact, I got up at 8 o'clock this morning to be at Titan Comics at 9 when they open, and tried there for a couple I thought I might have a hard time getting. They didn't have them, and I missed out at my local comic shop, which is Darkside Comics in Sarasota, so big shout out to them. They always do their best to make sure I get the comics that I order and then some, but missed out on some today. But one I did get that was sought after was this Dead Kings. This is from Aftershock Comics. Steve Orlando is the writer and Matthew Dow Smith is the artist on this one. A lot of buzz on this title, low print run on it. It may have got option for a movie or something, but definitely was being talked about as one of the hotter titles. Another hot title that you should have been looking out, and I wish I had been looking out for, is The Rejected. The second printing of that one came out today. Only 600 copies made. Bidding was at $53 and still had a way to go on that one. So I was not able to get that one. If you were lucky enough to get it, leave me a little note in the comments. Tell me how much you want for it. We got Sentry number 5, not a title I've been getting, but this Groot Heejin Jian cover. This is one of the Virgin Battle Lines covers that they've been doing. Regular price too, so bravo to Marvel, sort of a touche to DC's near Virgin comics that they've been putting out. But Jeff Lemire is doing the writing, and Joshua Cassera is doing the art. And looks really cool inside. I haven't been reading that title, but the art looks really cool on it. And it's a little bit like Philip Tan maybe. Spider-Girls number 1. This is a Yasmin Putri cover. Jody Hauser's doing the writing. Andres Genele is doing the art on that one. Art looks pretty good inside. There was a Jeff DeCall cover that I was really hoping to get that I wasn't able to track down yet, but I hope to. So excited about that title. It looks like it might be pretty good. Spider-Gwen Go Spider, again another Battle Lines cover. This is Ji Hyung Lee. Sean McGuire is doing the writing, and Rosie Campy is doing the art. And I've thumbed through this one. I was really hoping for a little more finer artistic style than that. The last Spider-Gwen volume, the art on that was real, I don't know, scratchy, kind of hard to tell what was going on, very stylistic. I liked it, but I'd definitely like to see Spider-Gwen in a different artist style. This one's a little bit too much like the old for my taste. But speaking of old artists, this one is definitely my taste. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 8. Nick Spencer's doing the writing, which I'm not a big fan of, but Humberto Ramos is doing the art, and he was born to draw Spider-Man. This is a Yun Lee Battle Lines cover. Definitely one of the hotter titles this week. That Green Goblin is looking amazing, although I like my Goblin with scales. Where's the scales? They're on his shoulder pads, not his skin, bro. What's up with that? So we got Spider-Geddon number 2. Christopher Gage is doing the writing, and Jorge Molina is doing the art, and I'm loving the art inside. A little bit like maybe Giuseppe Camuncoli. In-Huck Lee connecting variant is the one that I chose, but there's several that you can get. But I couldn't get too many variants of each today because it was such a big day of comics. I got a lot of different titles. This Arachnite number 1, this is the regular Ramos cover. Dennis Hopeless is doing the writing, and Ali Garza, I believe, is doing the art inside. And good looking art inside. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good story. I'm not sure how long term this Arachnite character is going to be, but just in case, I got the Ramos design cover. I really like these design covers. Last week I showed you the X-23 Scarlet Witch mashup design cover. But today was Moon Knight's 200th issue, so I had to go ahead and get this sweet Finch variant cover. David Finch is one of my favorite artists. His wife is a great artist as well. Super nice at Comic-Con, so it's really great to get signs from. So I recommend you seek him out and seek his booth out at Comic-Con. But Max Bennis is doing the writing, and Paul Davidson is doing the art. And when that volume of this volume of Moon Knight had came out, I was on for a little while, and the art was pretty good, and the story was kind of strange. Never really went anywhere, so I jumped off. New artist now, so I might be back on. I'm hoping so anyway. This is the Mark Brooks variant of Detective Comics 991. James Robinson is doing the writing, and Carmine Di Gio DeMonico. I butchered that name, but deal with it. This Brooks cover is super. All these Detective Brooks covers are really super hot. I recommend you pick those up, and that Detective Comics storyline has been great. Been loving the art and on the inside and out, as well as the writing. This is Book of Magic #1. This is one of the Sandman series that are wildly popular. They have a cult following that are very loyal. I've never been able to really get into this line, but this Book of Magic is being talked about a lot. And this Josh Middleton cover, you can't go wrong with that one. Josh Middleton did a couple of super badass covers this week, and the other one being this Batgirl 28. Look at that bad boy. So lifelike. And I've shown you some Middleton covers in the past, and most of them are super great. Every now and then he'll put out a thud, but not very often. And this is definitely one of his best. Cat Howard is doing the writing inside, and Tom Fowler is doing the art in this book as well. One of my favorite characters, as you might have noticed behind me, is Deadpool, and this Deadpool versus Black Panther is written by Daniel Kibblesmith, and the art is by Ortiz. This is the regular cover. I was trying to seek out the Adi Granoff cover, and so I'm hoping to get that one in the future, but I could not get it. I think it's a 1 in 50 at my comic shop. So, Return to Wolverine. I was disappointed to see that the artist had changed. I had hoped that he would do at least more than one issue, but Charles Soule is doing the writing, and Declan Shalvey is doing the art inside, and so really bumps me out when they start a storyline or something and they don't stick with the same artist throughout. One of my favorite titles this week, or one of the new titles out, is Punisher. This is #3. Rosenberg is doing the writing, and Kudransky is doing the art. Very much like Deodato Jr. I'm loving this title, and I've been trying to pick up some really nice variants for that. Delato's been doing some super awesome variants, and as well as Mike Zeck, who is old school Captain America Punisher writing. Zeck has been out of the game for a while. He's been doing covers for action figures and things like that, but I've gotten to meet him a couple times at Comic Cons and got some signs from him, and as well as a tattoo representation of the Punisher based on his artwork on my arm. This is something I picked up from last week. Knock is doing the art inside, and I mentioned him because the art is really nice on this issue. I'm not a big Sleepwalker fan and was not planning on picking this up, but it's the first appearance of Little Monster, which is a little tiny Hulk. So I don't know if that character is going to catch on, but it was really cool, really funny. Hope it does. Nice seeing a little pint-sized Hulk, and hope they managed to shoehorn him into a title. Another one I went back and picked up is this Daredevil. This is the first of the, is part 1 rather, of the Death of Daredevil, and Noto is doing the art inside, which is nice, but there also seems to be a first appearance of a shadowy character. They don't mention the character's name, but apparently he was following Daredevil around, and Daredevil spun around and told him if he didn't stop, he was going to break him. So it looked really cool. I think it might be a nice new villain. So if you want to get the first appearances, better get them early. This is another one, Cursed Comic Cavalcade #1. Sorted artist inside. I wasn't going to pick that one up, but it doubled in value, so I figured I'd better snatch it up since it was still on the shelf. So I don't like to miss out. And got this one upside down. This one I had in the box. This is it's a variant of Asgardians of the Galaxy #2. This is the Stephanie Hans variant, and the reason I got it was Throg up there. I like the little frog Thor. So not sure if that's going to be a bust or not, but a lot of stuff going on with Guardians of the Galaxy, so we're going to pick that up. Now this one is the Swamp Thing Halloween Horror #1 special. This has Greg Capullo in it, as well as other assorted artists, but I actually picked this one up at Walmart, and if you notice, it's a one of those bound books, so if you read them, if you crack them, it's going to immediately decrease the grade on that comic. So also at Walmart, you know, everyone's handling those books, so if you don't get those quick when they come out, it's going to be hard to find one that's in great condition. This is a Perillo variant of Hunt for Wolverine, back when McNiven was doing the art, a whole 1 issue Anyway, this is the Virgin cover, one I showed you before, but this Virgin cover looks super, super sick. This is by Perillo, one of my favorite artists. Perillo, Martina Delato, pretty much top of the list for me. And speaking of Delato, I told you I was getting those Punisher variants, and this is from IG Comics. This is number 156 of 600 copies, and man, I really appreciate people that take a lot of care in their shipping, because check out this box. Beat up, but yet comic inside still in perfect condition. So thanks to IG Comics. And they're one of a few that I use. IG Comics, Unknown Comics, Golden Apple Comics, Bulletproof Comics, Scott's Collectibles, 789, or some that I'll order comics from, and they'll have their own exclusive variant covers. So if you see a comic on eBay that you haven't seen in the store, it's probably one of those exclusive variants. So search around. If you buy them from the source, you can usually get the best price on those. But right now, it's time for Yogi's Pick of the Week.
Yogi's Pick of the Week.
All right, so Yogi's super excited about these Battle Lines variant, and since he's a little goblin, he likes this Green Goblin cover, don't you, buddy? Yeah, you do. And also, Yogi told me that there's a couple of first appearances of a new villain or new villains inside here, and Roberto Ramos is drawing it, so you can't go wrong there. So thanks for watching today. Please remember to like and subscribe. Tell your friends, share it, and hopefully if we can get enough viewers to justify a video, I want to start doing a preview video so you can know what to get before they come out, and so I'm not just showing you the stuff that I got and making you jealous. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.